Hey guys, what's up? When my mom and dad started the original Zoe's Kitchen in Birmingham, Alabama, I used to eat there all the time. The food was free, it was great, but I got tired of eating the same thing every day, so I just went in the back one day in the kitchen and I just started playing around with recipes and playing with food items and grabbed everything I could and just all of a sudden started putting it together, and boom, what happened was the Greek chicken roll-up. So what we're gonna do today is show you another simple recipe that tastes great. It won't take you a long time. Won't cost a lot of money, which is even better, and it tastes amazing. So what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna get started, and I'm gonna show you how to marinate these 6 boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and we're gonna get going with this marinade right now.
How about that, boys and girls? Woo!
All right, so let's get started with the marinade. When it comes to Greek seasoning, there's really 4 basic ingredients that you need to make whatever you're cooking taste like it's Greek style, which is amazing flavors. That's gonna be oregano, garlic salt, and pepper. Super simple, and then also some lemon juice. So here we go. We're gonna take some garlic salt, and we're gonna take oregano. There's different types of oregano. It doesn't matter whether it's Turkish, Greek, whatever, it's all basically tastes the same. Here's some pepper and then some salt. Now look, so when I cook, this is a salt that I always use. This is Morton's kosher salt. And the reason I like this is it's the salinity of the salt and just how rich it is it's not super salty. So it works really well with food. And so this is a great, it's like $2 for this. Always use this. When I'm talking about salt in any of the recipes that I'm using, I'm always using kosher salt. All right, so we've got that. What I have here, this is oil, and it's basically a blend between canola oil and olive oil. If you don't have that, you can use all olive oil, or you can use canola oil, but I use a little bit of both, and it's 80% canola oil, 20% olive oil. And that goes in. And then this is some fresh squeezed lemon juice. We fresh squeeze these right out of the lemons today. Very simple, just cut them in half and get a press them, or use your hand. Or you can use real lemon juice, which works just as well. And you can buy that and it's not as difficult to do. So we're gonna pour that in there and then just take a whisk, and we're just gonna whisk that up. And this is a marinade that you can use at any time. This is great for chicken, this is great for fish, anything that you like that you're gonna grill or do anything with. This is a really, really handy marinade to have all the time. And you can baste with this also if you're using this to barbecue. If you're gonna do chicken, you're gonna do this on the grill. We're gonna cook it on a flat top griddle today for this recipe, but then you could also take this and turn around and use it as a marinade and a basting. So we're gonna just put them in like that. And as you can see, these breasts right here, we're just gonna cover them. We're gonna put these in the refrigerator and let them sit for 2 or 3 hours and let them get nice and marinated. Hey, listen, if you do it the day before, they're just gonna get more tender and they're gonna be even more flavorful, but 2 hours minimum is the easiest way to do that on the chicken. Okay, so our chicken is marinated for at least 2 hours. We just took it out of the refrigerator. Now we're gonna take some onions. We've gotta have some onions to slice so we can have some sauteed onions for our chicken roll-ups. So I just cut an onion in half, just like that. And then I'm gonna cut these in about 1/4 inch, almost like I'm making half onion rings. Just be careful when you're using a knife like this to kind of cup your fingers. Don't be afraid. I'm not a trained professional chef, just like to cook, just like to make it taste good. Again, simple recipes that taste great, so super easy for you. So we're gonna cut these. There we go, that's it. So now what we're gonna do, I'm using a flat top griddle today because I have it, it's here, it's super easy. But don't worry, you do not have to have a flat top griddle at home. You can use a black skillet, you can use any skillet you have at the house. Anything works as long as you can put it in a pan and you can cook the chicken. So I'm gonna put a little bit of oil on the griddle right here, and then we're gonna take these chicken breasts that have been marinating for a couple hours, and they're gonna go right on the grill. There we go. Love that sound. Sounds like we're cooking. There we go. Already smells good. That's the thing about cooking on TV. You just can't smell what I'm selling over here. All right, so we've got some juice going on there, and we're gonna take these onions and put them down as well, get them spread out, and let these guys start cooking. And I'm gonna put a little bit of that marinade on the onions on the griddle. So this total cooking time with these chicken breasts are probably gonna be about 10 minutes or so. If you've got a thermometer, which you have to have a thermometer, they're $6 or $7, really easy. You just wanna make sure that internal temperature of that chicken is at least 162 degrees, very important. They're gonna keep cooking 10 minutes or so after you bring them off, but you get over 160 degrees, you're gonna be safe from any kind of infection you could have with that. All right. So I've got this on about 400 degrees, which is the right temperature on these flat top griddles. Medium high at home on your black skillet, anything like that. We're gonna let them get a nice crust on them. The onions need to get really soft, where they're almost, or like they get caramelized, which means caramelized meaning that it's just picking up all of the stuff that's being cooked on the grill, and it's turning brown, and it's picking up all those flavors from the chicken, and that's gonna make them even taste better. So you gotta be a little patient here. This is the only lengthy process of this entire recipe. Again, super simple, but tastes great. So these guys have got to cook down. The onions they'll cook about the same amount of time as the chicken will. And again, I think the most important thing to understand when you're cooking, if you have an interest in cooking, or you're not a very good cook, or you're scared to cook. Most people, I think, are intimidated by cooking. They don't understand it. They're not comfortable with it. They've never done it. The most important thing to becoming a great cook is the willingness to want to try to do it yourself. And it doesn't matter. If it doesn't taste great one time, you overcook something, you'll know next time what to do to make it even better. So the onions are getting nice and soft, and they're starting to get a little bit of brown from some of the grease coming off the chicken breast. And we're just gonna let them do their thing. Just sit here and get all those flavors working together. If you're budget-minded, which is not a bad thing at all, you do not have to buy the boneless, skinless chicken breast. You can buy chicken tenders as well. So chicken tenders are just a smaller version of the white breast. It's like what you'd buy when you go get chicken fingers, and they're a little bit less expensive, and you can use those just like you would a boneless, skinless chicken breast and save some money. Okay guys, so chicken's been cooking for about 5 or 6 minutes. They're starting to look great. They've got a nice brown coloring to them, so I'm just gonna turn these guys over like that. And you can see they're starting to get really white on the edges, which is really cool. And that lets you know the chicken's basically halfway cooked through. Very important, chicken is one of the only things that you've got to make sure that is cooked all the way through. Fish, not a problem that it's undercooked. Pork, not a problem that it's undercooked. A lot of people don't understand that, but chicken, it's gotta be cooked all the way through. So these guys are getting turned over here. Look at the onions. They're getting they got a nice golden brown to them. They're still not all the way ready yet, but they're getting really soft and translucent, and that means these onions are really gonna be tasty. They're picking up all the flavor from the chicken that's coming off the grill. So we're gonna go another 5 or 6 minutes. We're gonna check those temperatures, little thermometer right here, and make sure they're over 160 degrees, and then we're gonna pull them, and we're gonna get ready to assemble these chicken roll-ups. Okay, so while our chicken and our onions are finishing up, let's go ahead and get the last 3 ingredients ready. We've already gotten some feta cheese. So what this is feta cheese. You can buy crumbled feta cheese, which is super easy to buy at the grocery store, or you can buy wet packed feta cheese and crumble it yourself, doesn't matter. But this is feta cheese is a Greek goat cheese, really, really delicious. And then we've just got basically some iceberg lettuce, and we're gonna just basically shred some lettuce. So I'm gonna take just a small portion of this iceberg like that, and I'm just gonna cut it off. And then I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna make just small slivers of iceberg lettuce. You can use romaine if you want, doesn't matter, but iceberg's less expensive and it's crispy and works really, really well on the roll-ups. So we're gonna do like that, and then you take it and just fluff it up And that's gonna be our lettuce that we're gonna use for the roll up there. And then we need some tomatoes. So we're gonna take a tomato, cut the top off, and we're gonna dice this tomato. So to dice this tomato, we're just gonna make slices like that. And then we're gonna make slices like that. Diagonal cutting crossways. Like that. Turn it sideways and just go from the top. Nice and easy. Don't cut your fingers off. And voila, we've got diced tomatoes. Perfect. So that's all we need. We're gonna add the onions, the diced tomatoes, the lettuce, and the feta cheese in the tortilla, roll it up, put it on the flat top griddle, and grill it up, and we're gonna have some perfection in your mouth coming very soon. Onions are basically about ready. Check these guys out, look at them, they're beautiful, they're nice and browned. So we're gonna take these bad boys right here. I'm gonna rub them around a little bit to get some more of that chicken on there, get the flavor in there, pull them off. These are so good. I hate raw onions, but I love cooked onions, and these are good with anything. Again, there's nothing intimidating about what we're doing here today. This is super easy techniques. There's nothing you have to do here that you need to be trained to do. Just the willingness to try this recipe. Very simple. So let's get the thermometer and let's check for our temp. Again, we're looking for over 162 degrees in this chicken. And I'm 125, so we still got a ways to go here on this chicken. We'll check some of the other ones. Smaller pieces cook faster than bigger pieces, obviously, and then certain parts of the griddle are hotter than the others, just like a skillet on your stove. Still got a little bit of ways to go here. I'm gonna check them all just to make sure. All right, this guy's ready right here. All right, just a little bit longer. All right, so these breasts are about ready. I'm gonna pull them off. I'm gonna let them cool off for a few minutes. That way I can handle them when I start to slice them and get them ready for the chicken roll-up. Again, very important to let them cook all the way through, but remember, again, with anything that you're cooking, when you've cooked it in a pan or you've cooked it on a grill and it's a protein, whether it's fish, chicken, beef, pork, the minute you pull it off, it continues to cook for like 10 minutes. That's why most people mess fish up. They cook it to a point where once they pull it off, it cooks another 10 minutes and then it becomes inedible because it's too hard, too rubbery, and then it tastes like fish, which fish is supposed to taste a little bit different, more fresh. And same thing with chicken. We don't want this chicken to be really rubbery or anything like that. So we want to get to that point because it's going to keep rocking along and cooking once we pull it off. All right, these guys are all ready. I'm going to take them off and let them rest. Okay guys, so we've gotten everything ready. We learned how to make our marinade. We grilled our chicken, caramelized our onions. We've got everything here, so I'm gonna slice these chicken breasts. Let me show you how to do this, really simple. Knife, here's the breast. Cut them in nice little slices, about 1/4 inch each one. There, so we've got the chicken, looks great, nice and moist, clean on the inside and cooked. So we've got an 8-inch flour tortilla, very simple. So here we go. We're gonna assemble the roll-ups. The chicken goes in the middle. You can take a couple slices, you can, some of the end pieces like that. There we go. Feta cheese next, so we're gonna take some feta cheese, just like that, and we're gonna sprinkle it. Hey, if you like a lot of cheese, put more cheese. If you don't like any feta cheese, don't put it at all. And then we've got our shredded lettuce, just like that. Caramelized onions, just like that. And a few tomatoes, diced tomatoes, just like that, and that's it. So the trick on rolling these up, very simple, is take it, fold it over, just like that, and then kind of cup your hands back together, and then Anything excess, shove it in there, and then just roll it up just like that, and then voila. So look, the key here is when you put it on the flat top griddle or in your pan, take it with the seam down, because when it goes on the grill and starts to get hot, that's gonna make it stick together, and that way it's not gonna come apart once you cut it. Really simple. So let's go through and do another one real quick. And then while we're doing that, that one's gonna be cooking. And all we're doing here is we're not cooking anything, we're just browning the tortilla, getting it a little bit tight around the roll up and working it like that. So we got chicken, here we go. Got caramelized onions, just like that. Got lettuce, tomatoes, and feta cheese. Oh my God, it's so good, so good. Okay, so here we go again. Fold it like that, kind of shove everything in there tight, roll it, squeeze it, keep it pressure on it and tight right here. Roll it up just like that. I'm grabbing it at the bottom, as you can see, just like that. And then it's going right on the griddle. So super easy. And what's nice is you can prep this meal in the morning. So mom, dad, you're having a bunch of people over, you want to do 20 or 30 or 40 of these, make all your ingredients, get it all ready, get them done, and then all you gotta do is roll these up just like that, put them in the refrigerator on a flat baking pan. You can put 30, 40, 50 of them there, put some saran over the top of them, let them sit there. Take them out an hour before you are going to warm them on the griddle, and then just take them and put them all on there at one time. Blackstone makes a really cool griddle you can buy for about 200 bucks at Walmart. They're propane, and you can put a lot of, you can cook outside on them. They're really fun. Or you can use a bunch of pans on your stove, and you have a bunch of them, and then when your party's ready to go, all you do is put them on the grill, and then they're done in 10 minutes. It's so easy, and you don't have to do any work while you're getting ready to entertain your friends. So here we go. So this guy right here, look at it. It's already sealed it together, just like I said. So we're gonna make 4 turns on these. We're gonna do one side there, turn it over a quarter turn, just like that, and let them continue to brown. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna cut them. Use some amazing salsa right here. What I love, this Teneo salsa, it's all fresh. This guy's been making salsa for 50 years, and it's incredible. So we're gonna put some of that on there, dip it, and we're gonna eat it. Great finger food, great for passing around a party. Anything you want, super fun, great at the hunting camp. Easy for guys to take them with them out in the field, put them in and roll them up in some foil, take them with you. So here we go, we got brown right there on that side as well. And we're just gonna keep rotating 25 degrees at a time, or 25% at a time, until they're all the way brown. And then we're gonna pull them over here and we're gonna cut them up and eat them. Okay guys, so the last roll-ups are coming off the grill, and check these out, they are beautiful. So what we're gonna do to serve these is you just cut them down the middle, just like that, really easy. Sharp knife, even pieces, there we go. And check this out, look at that. Look at the insides of those, just beautiful. The presentation looks great. You bring that out for a platter for friends, family, whatever. And look, take that bad boy, get some salsa, the Teneo salsa, and this is how you eat these. Holy cow. I don't even want to film anymore. I'm just gonna sit here and eat, because I haven't had these in a while and they're amazing. So look, remember, you've learned how to make a chicken roll-up. You can make them with beef, you can make them with fish, you can make them with any kind of chicken. You don't have to, if you don't like Greek seasoning, put chicken and cheddar cheese in there, get some buffalo sauce, and some blue cheese, and do it that way. Ranch dressing, it doesn't matter. This is how you make a chicken roll-up. What's really cool, don't forget, you can prep these ahead of time, put them in the refrigerator for a couple days, and then take them out on the flat top griddle. Just let them rest for about an hour, hour and a half out of the fridge to let them get a little bit more room temperature before you put them on the griddle, and then just grill them up. Amazing, fresh, simple recipes that taste great. The Greek chicken roll-up.